I have never seen a miserable child like this. Since childhood have no parents, self-reliance is born. Age is still small, have to live the wander market corners. Throughout the long time of malnutrition. Make the little boy look smaller than his actual age. Although it has been 8 years old. But looked he still than younger than children the same age. A sack and a set of ragged clothes. Is all his property. So as not to go hungry. The young boy goes along the main road every day. Picking up empty cans and bottles to exchange for food. His small figure with the huge bag. Looking at him is enough to make one's heart ache. His days and months though have been hard. But the young boy is used to it. Still taking cheerful steps forward. When he turns around a corner. The young boy hears urgent dog barked. Looks like a small dog is stuck in the storm drain. There's no sign of the master anywhere. Both are equally miserable. Then walk together. I will have a friend in the future. The boy, leading the puppy across the small stream, to a nearby village. On the way, seeing a bottle or can. He never forget. Because it's related to whether the boy has something to eat today. When the boy searches the trash can. If there's any bottle or can then. Unexpected detection. A piece of bread that was bitten by someone was thrown away. The boy from morning till now. Have not eaten anything in. Starving inside, the boy has no more strength to think much. Stuff the bread into his mouth right away. Honest heart. Makes the boy not forget the little dog that has been following him for hours. Rummaging through the trash. The boy brought the number of trophies picked up in the morning to the grocery store. Shop owner also knows circumstances of young boy. So often charge more money for him. Probably because of bread just now make young boy still crave. Not satisfied yet. Young boy immediately use money earned today by 2 more loaves of bread. A child so young already can take care for self. Already very capable. We also can't demand young boy must know spend frugally. Return to under bridge, place live of young boy recent days. Young boy immediately hurriedly tear open. Packing up the bread and wolfed it down. The sweet taste of the filling. Made the boy less miserable in life. After eating, the boy went down to the river to take a bath. Maybe it was too tiring for the past 2 days. So the boy fell asleep soundly after taking a bath. Time flies by. The boy woke up in the same place, didn't stay long. Crossed the main road, turned into a path in the forest. Going deep into the old forest. This is some secret base of the boy. First the boy checked his treasure bag. He found that the flask was all right. This matter let the boy be relieved a little. He took the pocket mirror and looked at him. Although the clothes which the boy wore on his body were torn. But the boy kept the habit of hygiene. Not having money to go to the barber shop. He cut the hair himself by himself with the pocket mirror. So that he can be neater. Finished with haircut. The boy collected all the bottles and jars in the house. Preparing to bring to the grocery store to exchange for food. On the way passing by the riverside, taking the opportunity to wash himself a little. The boy shouldered his sack and continued on his way. While the boy walked and picked up bottles and jars along the road. Then 3 bigger kids approached him. The small boy did not dare to fight back. Was bullied by them. But when someone intended to rob the puppy, the young boy couldn't bear it anymore, and immediately chased them. The young boy hugged his little dog tightly. Secretly endured everything. Fortunately, an older brother driving a motorbike passed by. Had chased those kids away. The older brother looked at the little boy. Fortunately, the little boy was unharmed. Immediately invited the little boy to get in the car. Drove him to the village. The boy was given money in exchange for bottles. The kind brother also bought the boy a bag. Food and drinks. After thanking the older brother, the boy returned to the foot of the bridge. There was enough food already. The unhappy story just faded away. Perhaps because of this. But the boy can live alone. Despite any loneliness or hardship. The boy is always able to adjust himself quickly and positively. Eating and drinking to the full. The sky has also turned dark. The boy tidies up the bedding. Remembering the help of the benefactor today, then peacefully falls asleep. Time passes, a few days later. The boy comes and goes to a field. He discovers a shack that has been abandoned for a long time. Perhaps it belongs to the farmers. Watching over crops left behind. The boy could not help but step forward to examine it. See if there is anything else that can be used. The first thing that caught the boy's eye is a rubber spear gun. Give it a try and it still works fine. After a while of searching, the accompanying goggles were also found by the boy. This place has a fully equipped kitchen, pots and pans. There is even half a bag of rice that the owner left behind. Anyway, the boy had nowhere to go. So it is possible to stay here for a few days. There is a tool for catching fish. The boy went to the riverbank. Although the boy was only 8 years old, but years of wandering life had made him familiar with catching fish, especially now that he had weapons in hand. The fish were shot down one by the boy. The boy was not greedy. Caught enough fish to eat for a meal. The boy brings it back to the abandoned hut. The boy, orphaned, already realizes everything must rely on oneself. Quietly cleans up the hut. Adds wood into the stove. Builds a fire. The boy brings the pot and rice to the stream. Picks up a handful of small stones, scrubs the pot. Every movement is very practiced. Those experiences don't belong to this age group. By the grind of life, it has forced the boy to have to learn to put rice on the stove and cook. The boy then carried fish and an iron pot to the stream to clean the fish. The boy checked the rice cooker due to limited ingredients, so today can only eat boiled fish. Fortunately, there is still a little salt left. Can add a little more flavor to the pot of fish. Many years ago, the boy saw his mother use this kind of leaf to cook fish. Until now the boy still remembers clearly. Wait until the leaves are also ripe. The boy fed the dog fish first. Then scoop a bowl of rice yourself. The boy has not eaten rice for many days, so this meal is extremely delicious. The boy and the dog ate the whole pot of rice together. Clean the hut and wash the dishes. The boy lay on the ground comfortably. For the boy, a full meal, whether good or not, it's also something to be happy about. Time passed. A few days later, the boy walked into the mountain. Where is the boy going? Turns out that there are no places you can pick up bottles here. After a few days of searching, all were picked up clean by the boy. New bottles and jars available every day. It was not enough to exchange for food for the boy anymore. The boy had to think of another way to earn money to support myself. The mussels in the stream were the boy's new target. The boy walked along the dam. The water flows relatively smoothly here. There is enough mud accumulation. Can provide abundant food source for oysters. Just reach down and feel around. There are so many boys in hand. This type of clam looks small, but just prepare it properly. Not only delicious but also nutritious. Locally this is also considered a rare delicacy. I found quite a few. The boy carried his trophy to a drainage ditch. The boy did not hesitate and jumped inside. There are also many of these small clams here. Look at the layer of mud on the boy's head. Really too hard. But the boy had no other choice. Because this is the best way to make money the boy could think of. As an orphan, the boy understood that he had to fend for himself. If you keep sharpening iron, one day it will become a needle. After searching this area, the boy lifted up the bag of trophies to look. Then satisfied shoulder bag on the road. Go through the field. The boy went straight to the nearby market. Because of Sunny. So the boy had to sell this place as soon as possible. If you leave it until tomorrow, the oysters will spoil. No more existing, for sales. Wait a moment patiently. A sister came to check the quality of pearl. It can be seen that the male oysters are still very fresh and tasty. Because you want to help the boy. So the older sister decided to monopolize the clams. Received a plastic bag already. The boy borrowed scales from the grocery store next door to weigh the boys. The older sister happily handed the boy money. And told the boy not to pay back the rest of the money. This world still has many kind people. Look at that. The boy won't have to worry about food for the next few days. After the success of diving for mussels a few days ago, the boy also gradually found his own way of survival. People often say, the mountains have what you eat, the river has what you eat. Here there is an entire mountain forest. It will certainly make the boy's life improve. The coconut shoots are seen as precious by the locals. It is a natural vegetable which is good for health. But harvesting them is rather difficult. As a result, the selling price is quite high. Today the boy decided to chop down this coconut tree to get the precious young shoot. He wielded the huge knife with his small body. Each swing of the knife only cuts through a little bit. But boy did not give up. This is one of a few ways of boy earn money. Boy persisted to an end. Finally whole trunk of coconut tree was chopped down. Boy found tip of young coconut tree rolled down slope. Because strength was limited. So boy chopped bit by bit. Removed layer of leaf stalks on outside. Until edible part appeared. Then chopped in two. Put it in the backpack and leave. The sky is about to be dark for now. The boy decided to pick some more bamboo shoots to sell. Although the bamboo shoots are too tall now. Most of them have become hard and cannot be eaten anymore. But you can peel the outer skin. Just take the top of the bamboo shoots. This part still keeps the freshness, deliciousness and sweetness of the young bamboo shoots. After a while, he got busy. The boy had picked all the bamboo shoots in the surrounding area, his pockets getting full. When the little boy is about to go, the little boy discovers edible wild plants in the undergrowth. The mountain forest is indeed a place with rich resources, as long as the little boy can recognize which ones are edible. Then the little boy certainly can live a comfortable life, until cramming full backpack. No more can cram. The little boy brings down the spoils of war to the village. The boy also did not know how to sell. Happily then, he saw a person sitting in the yard. Immediately asked the person if they need to buy spinach. After asking about how much, the person knew the boy wanted to sell spinach. Moreover, he himself did not eat all of it. Therefore, he pointed to the boy displaying spinach in the yard to sell. The person took a plastic bag, helping the boy prepare for selling. Taking the spinach out of the bag, the elder brother taught the little boy to divide the vegetables into small bags. In this way, each bag could be sold for so much money, so they could avoid having to weigh and return change. Then bought a bunch of vegetable and a taro to support the little boy. Everyone knows the little boy's circumstances. Help anything then help. Time is passing. Gradually, people on the street became more crowded. An elder brother and a young man bought vegetables in turn. May is divided into each bag. Otherwise, the boy did not have time to sell. The surrounding people flocked to. Not long, the number of vegetables that the boy picked was sold out. Seeing the boy has sold out vegetables, the elder brother immediately gave the boy a pack of instant noodles, together to clean up the booth. Get this amount of money. Surely the boy's life will be better every day. Tasted the sweetness. Now the boy no longer goes around picking up bottles. Anyway, the amount of money from selling vegetables just one time is enough for the boy to eat for many days. This time, the boy carries the spear gun that he found at a deserted shelter the previous day, and the goggles. Got to the riverbank. River. The boy plans to rely on his super swimming ability, shooting a few fish for sale. After a few swims, the boy also shot some fish. But unfortunately the fish are not very big. Moreover, finding fish is also very time-consuming. So the boy turned to looking for snails. There are also a lot of snails here. Finding snails is much easier than shooting fish. In the clear stream, there are snails everywhere. Found half a bag of snails. The boy put on his clothes. Remember, there is a wild fern field on the way here. Fresh fern. Also a popular local wild vegetable. The boy decided to pick some more to sell. In this less traveled place, ferns grow everywhere. Just break off each young shoot. It was quickly a big bouquet. Look at the packed backpack. The boy set out on his way back under the sunset. The boy came to the familiar grocery store. Borrow some plastic bags from the boss. After selling vegetables yesterday, the boy skillfully put snails into each small bag. Now even without adult help, the boy can still prepare properly. Seeing the boy was ready, people around also came to buy to support. Anyway, help the boy. Such a small child had to sell by himself. Just looking at it is enough to make me sad. So just a moment later, the ferns have been sold out. The two sisters bought 2 bags of snails from the boy. Look at the coins in your hand. The boy was overjoyed. There is still a bag of snails that have not been sold. But the boy had already started thinking about what to eat tonight. No need to wait long. A brother is buying things in the grocery store. Conveniently bought the last bag of snails. Today's business is considered finished. The boy cleaned up the things. Removed the tarp. Just paid the grocery store owner. The boy just bought a pack of instant noodles for dinner. Through previous sales, the boy learned to spend sparingly. The money saved can be saved. Buy other necessities. No one taught the boy these things. This also a form of maturity. Today the boy took the dog on the road. Crossed the stream. The boy came under a big tree laden with red fruit. The fruit grows on this tree, called spoon fruit. Sweet and sour taste. Very popular with locals. The boy quickly climbed up the tree trunk. Pick a ripe fruit. Ripe fruit is delicious. Today decided to pick this fruit to sell. The boy climbed up the tree trunk. The delicious fruit clusters are heavy on the tree trunk. The boy happily picked fruit, thanks to the small body. But boy, ein dies facta sifpan joywaff I the tree very easily. Cannot hold all then put in pocket. From this perspective can see, the wood apple tree bears abundant fruit. Even if only pick those within reach. Then also enough for boy to harvest full pocket. Exhausted then pick several fruit and eat to lessen exhaustion. This must be the most enjoyable time foraging. For the boy. until pockets stuffed full. Boy carefully shouldered his backpack. Leo descended from the tree efficiently. Barefoot, he leaves with contentment. Passing by where the coconut palm fronds were chopped yesterday. Useful for selling later. The boy walked along the small village road. The boy wasn't picky either. He just put his backpack down by the main road. Because the boy knew by now the sun had set. After eating dinner, people tend to go out for a walk. Indeed. Not long after. A brother went along with a young child. Attracted by the red berries. The kind heart made the boy give the girl a fruit. After tasting, the brother decided to buy a little. Then happily gave the boy money. The people around knew that the boy came back to sell the fruit. Also came out to buy to support. Two sisters bought. A little. Of course. This kind of fruit is both sour and sweet. Attracts the attention of children more than anything. The children ask adults for money to buy fruit. Seeing children smaller than him. Even if you give a little money. The boy still gives them a large bunch of fruit. The children still babble and praise, very good. Also met children of the same age. The boy was a little shy. Sold all the fruit. Boy tidy things up. Come to grocery store. Buy little bit food for tomorrow. Boy happy. Come back under bridge, place stay temporarily. Young mind not complex. Just need eat be full, wear be warm, not get bullied that be happy day. Time pass, to afternoon few days later. Maybe walk on mountain road tired too much. So boy sleeps soundly on grass. These days, the boy still keeps time. A few days into the mountains gathering and picking once. The rich resources of the mountain forest. Help the boy have enough to eat. The boy walks barefoot. Every step must be very careful. Avoid injury. Probably used to running barefoot everywhere. But until now the boy still hasn't bought shoes to wear. Although this stream is running out of water. No fish. But in the crevices of the rocks are hidden many rice field crabs. A crab was crawling out to find food. Was caught live by the boy. The crab is big. The boy quickly put the crab into a mesh bag. Today the boy came here to crab. Had prepared early. The boy cut down a fern branch. Carved clean the stalks and leaves. Dig a few earthworms from the ground. Slip the worm through the wire. Tighten the wire on a tree branch. You have a homemade crab fishing rod. Don't be fooled by his age. Don't underestimate him. Watch him do it so skillfully. He has done this many times. Poor children are often very resourceful. Observe the worms. On the wire rope if is or not. Is to know when the cave has crab or not. The crab is shrewd only chew worm and not accept wriggle out. Makes the boy must stretch in to catch. Pity, this cave is too deep. Makes the crab escape death. After identifying has movement in a different cave. The boy again continues to stretch into. This time, not out of prediction was grasped one time. But the boy didn't cry out pain. But also excitedly groping strongly. Soon a big crab was pulled out. This crab must weigh 2 pounds. The boy who rarely laughs also had a bright smile. The boy probed and searched. Go upstream. Fortunately, it's not a crab. Also hiding in a deep hole. There are some who can be caught directly. Others clung to the bait and wouldn't let go. The more, the better. Pull it straight out, summarize it. Occasionally catching crabs too small. The boy released them back to nature. After an afternoon of hard work. The bag has been weighing a few pounds. I really harvested a lot. The boy was engrossed in catching crabs to the upper reaches. Found there are many bamboo trees here. The boy also did not miss this bamboo shoot. Anyway, harvesting bamboo shoots is very easy. Even peeling the bamboo shoot husks does not cost much time. The boy has already picked a big bag full. Satisfied, the boy left and returned to the mainland. The boy went to a familiar village. Just in time for late afternoon. The villagers are also about to cook rice. Anyone passing by can conveniently buy some. For dinner. The boy is selling. Then the little ones came around to watch. The boy should have been like them. Carefree and fun to play this age. But fate cruel. Making the boy since the small has had to work to earn a living. A brother passing asked how. I bought out of bamboo shoots. There is also the crab that is today's vedette. Its value outgrew bamboo shoot. While the boy was wondering, I don't know if I sold out of crabs or not. A brother came. Buy half of the crab. An ant next door saw a big crab. The boy sold it for cheap. So decided to help the boy. Buy the rest of the crab. Despite today not carrying much goods. But this crab bag alone. It's equal to the boy's previous income several times. Unfortunately, there are crabs in this stream. It takes a long time to recover. The new quantity is enough for the boy to catch more. The boy woke up early today. Long time little boy flesh eat not been. So decided to go fishing for some fish to eat. The boy had prepared the fishing rod since yesterday. Go down the river. The water here is deep. If there are big fish, they can only be here. Drop the fishing rod. A boy holding a knife went along the riverside. No need for fancy bait. A few earthworms were all the boy had prepared. Put the worm on the hook. The boy began to patiently wait for the fish to bite the bait. Waited forever but saw no movement. The impatient boy decided to throw the bait a little further. Try this way of fishing without a float. Luckily the water here is clear. The boy could clearly see the movement underwater. Saw a fish bite the hook. The boy jerked the fishing rod. But unfortunately nothing. The boy had to hook the bait again. Continue to wait patiently. Just like that, missed several times. One last pull of the lever. Caught the big one. Jerk up but can't pull. Look at the curve of the fishing rod to know. This fish is not small. The boy pulled hard. The fish was exhausted by the boy. The boy quickly jumped into the water. Catch the fish and throw it on the shore. Now it is clear. A carp must weigh at least a few pounds. The boy quickly picked up a dry branch. Pass through the gills. For easy. Bring home. Finish packing. The boy was like a general who had just won a battle. Staggered under the bridge. But when the boy passed through a forest, suddenly heard a cry for help ahead. The boy ran to see. Saw an old lady fall on the side of the road. It looks like she fell and broke her leg. Unable to walk. The boy said nothing and helped the old woman up. Feet lean, arms hold her away from here. Carefully help the old lady home. Just got home. The old woman was in so much pain she lay stiffly on the bed. The boy looked at the frail old woman. Couldn't leave with peace of mind. Decided to stay to take care of grandma a bit more. The boy takes the little food he has left. Build a stove to cook. After putting water on the stove, the boy returned to care for the old woman. Really too obedient and understanding. The old lady said. Applying the medicated wine will make it a little better. The boy patiently massaged the medicated wine for the old lady. And well massaged helped her absorb the medicine. When finished the water was boiling. The boy poured the noodle package into the bowl. Poured the boiling water into it. Made 2 bowls of noodles, handed it to the old lady. The boy called out to the old lady, wake up and eat. The old woman did not refuse the boy's kindness. Happily ate noodles. Thought to herself. I wish I had such a good and obedient grandson. After eating, the boy washed the dishes. Then went to the bedside to greet the old woman. The old woman could not bear to let the boy go. She took the money and gave it to the boy to express her gratitude. Of course, the boy did not accept it. But he could not change the old woman's mind. So have to receive a piece of money for the sake of formality. Before leaving, the boy gave the old woman the fish he caught. The old woman knew the boy was an orphan. Wanted to keep the boy. But the boy did not stay. Just waved goodbye to the old woman and left. In fact, it's not that the boy does not want a family. But the old woman's house is not rich either. The boy cannot stay and bother her. Thus leaving to go like that. After experiencing the story of helping the old woman a few days ago, the boy continued his life as before. Occasionally entering the mountains to forage for a living. Today, the boy has been in the mountains for a long time. Finally found a tree full of fruit. The fruit bunches are so full. Surely it will help the boy earn a lot of money. These longan fruits are shaped like longan fruits. Tasting one fruit, the taste is very good. Determine whether the fruit is ripe. The boy promptly climbed up to pick the fruit nimbly. Today's lunch. The boy has decided to fill his stomach with fruit. No matter what, there are a lot of fruit here, they won't run out if he picks them. Belly's full. The boy continued picking. Until his pockets were full. The boy then climbed down. Following the mountain trail, the boy prepared to return to the village. But went a bit. The boy found something special in the distance. Came close to see what was like watermelon berries. But the vine looked them not watermelon. If anyone knows what fruit, comment tell me. Taking 3 melons in. The boy did not stop anymore. But just focused on going. Because the fruit was really too heavy. The strap kept slipping down. Must go through a piece and break a paragraph. Luckily, I saw the village at the foot of the mountain. Although the strap sore young shoulders. The boy still did not give up. The boy returned to the village. Immediately for sale. The boy does not need a scale. But put it all in a plastic bag. Offer an amount of money and the boy will give that many fruits. In each bag, the boy added. Someone was going to give the boy more money. The boy did not accept. Say less. Because normally the boy also receives help from everyone. No matter how much money you sell, just enough to eat is fine. The boy did not sell the remaining bag of fruit. Clean up done. Give the bag of fruit to the uncle who helped the boy. Go to the grocery store and buy a pack of noodles for dinner. The boy returned. Under the bridge, where I live. Eat instant noodles and instant noodles at the same time. Right now. Some children playing in the stream found the boy. They immediately came to rob the boy of his food. Not yet. The money the boy earned these days was kept beside him. Got robbed of some by these brats. This is really too much. The boy cried bitterly. Life is already difficult, now I am being bullied. How pitiful. Cry for a long time. The boy had to put the remaining money away. Huddled on the mat found. The boy was determined not to stay here any longer. Tomorrow. The boy had to find a new place to live. The boy carries his poor all assets. Go into the mountains. Come to the side of a fern field. This place is flat. Surrounded by tall ferns. It is an ideal place to build a house. Clear the weeds. Clear a space large enough for one person to lie down. The boy held a knife and hoe. The ground here is not very hard. But the boy did not have the right tools. Can only rely on the knife, hard to dig the ground. But just thinking about going under the bridge will be bullied. The boy quickly leveled the ground. Now the fern fronds are falling all around. It worked. The boy took out the rope. Tie one end of the 3 leaves together. Then separate the 3 leaves. We'll get a solid triangle frame. Much easier now. Just follow the 3 corners of the triangle frame. Put each leaf in and it's done. Be careful not to get pricked by the thorns on the fern. No problem if you run out of ingredients. There are many nearby. Pick up all the ones of suitable length and bring them back to the tent site. There are enough materials to make pillars. The boy sped up building the tent. Until a pyramid-shaped house is built. The boy went inside. Draw a sleeping place on the ground. Along the line, dig out some soil around it. The raised part of the ground was the boy's single bed. Level the surrounding land. To make the bed more comfortable. The boy was busy cutting fresh ferns again. First, the boy brought back 2 leaves. Measure the bed size. Then cut the fern into pieces of suitable length. Then go pick up another big bunch. Each leaf must have all the thorns removed from both sides. Can be spread on the bed. This method helps keep beds cleaner. Just isolated the moist soil. Lie down and give it a try. Just fit. So comfortable, very cool. Tent has finished setting up. The boy was feeling down in the dumps. Out of snacks. The boy backpack become on. Go to the nearby garden and dig some cassava. Go back to the hut. Quickly prepare firewood to grill the cassava. It is completely dark now. The boy starts a fire. The fire dispels the darkness. Also makes the boy feel less lonely. After grilling for a dozen minutes or so, the skin of the cassava has turned completely black. Due to smoke. Made the little face black as well. The boy didn't care. But only peeled and ate greedily. Full. The boy was exhausted, rolled and fell asleep without saying anything. Early next morning, the sky was just dawning. Thick fog made the surrounding scenery soaked as if soaked in water. Very wet. The boy had just eaten the leftover potatoes from last night. Continued building the tent. First, the boy cleared out the weeds. Then arranged stones around the tent frame. To help strengthen the tent. Not yet finished. The boy also took soil to fill around it for strength. When this task was done, the boy thought about the fern bracts. Just a little rework. Would be able to be used to create a rain shelter. The boy carefully laid each layer of thatch from the bottom to the top. To increase the rain resistance. Each layer of thatch the boy laid in a staggered manner. Combined with using leaves to tie. Securely fixed to the frame. Because of the limited height. So the boy can only cover up to this point. The roof looks a little exposed. But the boy had to accept. So if it's open, just open like that. Take a break. The boy wears a backpack. Make a temporary shield for the doorway. Then turn and walk to the stream. First, the boy cut down some small branches on the shore. Use the blade of the blade to beat the fiber into pieces. Pull out the fibers, make them into pieces of rope. Tie it all to one end of the bamboo stick. What is the little boy doing? So this is a homemade fishing rod for mussels. Carefully tie the ants onto the line. Into the river. Poke the fishing rod into the crevices of the rocks. All that is needed are mussels. Certainly, the mussels will not be able to resist the allure of the bait. Tightly clamp shut the mouth. Like this you can pull up the entire mussel. Walked one loop and saw nothing. At this time, the sky began to rain again. Boy have to turn into the shore. The boy also caught a fish while he was getting ready to go ashore. Pretty good luck. Don't have time to think more. The urgent thing now is to find a place to hide. This tree hollow looks like an ideal choice. But unfortunately when I went in to check, I saw that the top was punctured. Can T take shelter from the rain? The rain is getting heavier and heavier. Can only stay here temporarily. No shelter from the rain. But unexpectedly found something else. There are many big snails in the tree hole. Just solved the boy's eating problem. The pouring rain soaked the boy. Add in the cold breeze blowing through. The boy shivered in the tree hollow. Luckily the shower came quickly and went quickly. It's still raining but much lighter. The boy returned to the tent. The firewood is also damp. The boy had a hard time lighting the fire. Wait for the fire to burn up. The boy immediately threw the snail into the fire. Then catch the fish. Throw it on the grill. It seems the boy doesn't have much survival experience. Should have waited until the wood burned to charcoal. Then grill the fish with charcoal. But the boy grilled directly on a big fire. In no time the fish was black. Wait for the fire to simmer. The boy took out the snails he had grilled earlier. Changed to another color. Let it cool down, hopefully it's still edible. Bite the burnt fish. The boy did not complain either. Peel the snail shell, put it in your mouth and eat. Although not delicious. But at least it helps the boy replenish his energy. After eating, the boy put out the fire. Add a screen to the door. Then lie down on the bed. Although the conditions here are a bit difficult. But for the boy, living alone, without being bullied. More importantly,